Welcome to March Madness Minute number 15. Today we're going to use FlipSnack. It's a free website that works for staff and students using your Google account to put PDFs and JPEGs together to make beautiful magazines. So to start with, I'm just going to flipsnack.com and logging in, and if I go down below you can see some really nice examples. And so these are magazine templates that they have, and if you listen closely, they even have the page turning sound. So there are ways to put videos in, that's part of their paid plan, but the free version gives you a lot of options. So to start with, let's go to upload. So upload is at the top of the page, and my options for uploads are PDFs or JPEGs. So I'm going to start with a Google slideshow. And the nice thing about a Google slideshow is that it can be collaborative with your whole class. And if you assign each student a slide, if student number 1 writes a lot, it doesn't push them down to page 2 and push everybody else off of their slide like Google Docs would with Pages. So it's just a little bit more self-contained. Now we could leave it in this landscape mode, more like a picture book that they could flip through, but we could also go to File, Page Setup, and even though we're not going to be printing this, we could still make it 8.5 by 11 or any other size that we're looking for. But I'm going to turn it this way, and it automatically adjusted everything for me. And now we can go to File, Download as PDF. Now we're going to go back to FlipSnack and select a file, and that should be in our downloads. And it's going to take just a moment here for it to upload. And I threw a second presentation in here for an example as well. So we're going to hit the next button. And it already made it into a really nice magazine for us. And there are some really nice options in edit content. So now it's going to help us create a cover if we wanted to, buttons like hyperlinks. You can add videos, but that's part of the paid subscription, and we're just going to be doing the free one. They have some stock photos you can choose from, shapes. These badges are pretty nice. Text. So there's a lot of options here. But widgets are the ones that I really kind of like. One option is this shelf widget, and that's where you can see the PowerPoints came up, or the Google Slides came up separately. So if you uploaded a file for every student, you could have one shelf of all of your student work, where Classic widget is just going to tack them to the end. You can change your sizes, and here's where that flip sound is. And then also use single page view. I think it makes it a little bit bigger, maybe not. But you can see there's some different options here. You can even change the background. And when you really like your project, it's all done, you can click Publish. And from Publish, we do need a title, description. We're not going to get the OK button until we hit a category. So that first one was about photos. And it's going to give you some different options for sharing. It's going to give you a link that you could then put in an email. You could put in Skyward Messenger. I really like the embed code. And if you want the free version, you're going to have their watermark in the corner. And from here, what you can do is you just copy this code and paste it to your blog. And then your booklet will show up right in your blog. It's not just a link they click on to go somewhere else. It'll show up right there. And one of the widgets was for auto flipping, so you could even have it start flipping the pages every 5 seconds. Now, if you want to look at an example, we can go to the Canvas website and see the report to the community, which is using FlipSnack. And you can see it has a really nice layout with text, different sizes and styles, graphs, pictures. So if we go back to the upload page for a moment, just remember it's PDFs and JPEGs that can be uploaded. So some different ideas would be if you download a whole bunch of PDFs from ProQuest, maybe your class is researching a project, you could put all of those research papers together into one booklet and share those with your class. Another option would be with JPEGs, if your students all turn pictures in, maybe from a field trip or themselves or pictures of their artwork, you could create one booklet of all of their work. But don't forget, students can use this too. So students can be using these options to upload maybe their portfolio for the year, or make a final project after as a summative project for something that you're researching. Now the create option is where you would go and you'd see some templates for magazines. And so this is really similar to using Publisher. So if I click on, let's use this one here. So it shows you what the layout looks like. I can add all of these pages in, and I can use this as a template and swap it out for my own images. But this would be a great way for students to create something also for the end of a project. I think about students studying Washington, they could make a magazine about Washington. And now, because these booklets aren't being printed, they're being shared digitally, you can even do things like add a tag, which is this little spot here, so it's an extra layer of information. It can be pop-up text or images, but it's just another layer of information over the top. So that's FlipSnack. It's pretty simple, but very versatile. So you can use it for different content areas, for different ages, and thank you.